Good morning, good morning. Come on in, everybody. Well, I'm saying good morning. It's really afternoon. My morning went fast. And I want to bring to you something that it's a staple where I grew up in El Salvador. They warm up milk, hot actually, okay? And this is a drink that it's been for years part of their meals, mostly breakfast. You have hot milk, and to that hot milk you add instant coffee. I'm gonna say about a teaspoon, okay? And that's just very delicious and very easy to make. And instead of having just coffee and milk, this is actually milk and coffee. You have more milk. It's hot milk. You add 1 teaspoon of instant coffee and sugar to your taste, okay? I believe the same amount you do in your coffee, okay? And that's it. That is a very comforting, I'm gonna say part of comfort food, because it just tastes so delicious and it goes perfect with your breakfast. Sometimes people have it for dinner. You can have it at any time, but I know that breakfast, this was always something we used to have, and it's part of the culture over there. I don't know who started it, who brought it, but definitely it's milk, hot milk with instant coffee and sugar. It's really good. So I'm making me this for a change today. I normally will have my coffee, and as you mostly notice, I have it black. I have it black, but this is different. Okay, so now I want to do a very versatile dish. It's very simple, but you can do it many ways. And I say versatile because you can use any meat you have. I have added to this meat a little bit of minced garlic. You guys know I use this, okay? And to that, I used to not like when people added mayo to the meat. And meat like this one that is very dry goes perfect. And you're going to be surprised what I will do. Remember, mayo is nothing but oil and egg. Okay, no, we're not making a sandwich. We're not doing anything like that. This is being part of what I am marinating the meat with, because the meat needs that. This meat is very dry. And so this afternoon, excuse me, I keep saying morning, I'm going to do steak and eggs. Steak and eggs is a dish you can do anytime. You can have breakfast for dinner. You can have it for lunch if you want to, or of course breakfast. My father used to love steak and eggs, and that's the reason I was saying that you can do it in many different ways. You can also do it with pork chops, a piece of chicken, whatever protein you have. I'm adding a little bit of annatto. And annatto is nothing but, it's called achote in Spanish. It's a plant that what it does is it's for color and flavor. Mostly people use it for color, but it's natural. Okay. So I'm adding a little bit of that to my meat. I'm gonna put it aside over here. And I like to add to my meat. You don't have to, I mean, that right there is plenty, but I like flavor. So I'm gonna add a little bit of cumin with pepper. You don't have to, just like that, like I'm seasoning this far, like this, it's plenty. But if you like more flavor in your meat, do what I'm doing. You won't regret it. It's just one more step, but it is so tasty. Okay. And I don't like it all the way. I like it just like this. A little coarse. Okay, now I add it to my meat, and I'm gonna leave some over here that I'm gonna use for later for something else. Okay, so you mix it so that it gets it everywhere, and a little bit of salt. Okay, not too much. You don't want it too salt. Okay, and that's it. That's your steak right there that we're going to put in a very hot pan. Not, what I mean is that you don't want it to be cold, but hot enough that it's a thin steak. You'll see what we're gonna do. Okay, that's my pan right there. I put the meat here. Before I bring you there, I'm gonna do this. Well, I was gonna start by putting some onions on top, but I have time while this is cooking. That's okay. All right, we'll do this. We'll do the meat first. Okay. Look, it's very thin. It's a thin steak. It's the type of a steak that usually you'll have for breakfast. If you're having a steak and eggs, yeah. It's delicious. It smells so good, you guys. I promise you will enjoy it. Okay? It won't take that long, but you want it to get tender a little bit. So what I did is I'm going to let it cook in a little, I lower my heat a little bit. Not too much because you need to keep going. And when that browns in one side and cooks, I'll bring you over here. See if we can put this where my onion is so you can see what I'm going to do. Because I don't want this to be only just steak. I have this little leftover onion. I'm always using onions in everything I cook. I love onions. And who doesn't like steak and onions? Just like some people used to like liver and onions, kind of that concept. That's what we're going to do. Okay, let's go back over there. And I'm giving you these ideas because I know staying at home can be boring for some people and you don't know what else to eat. This is very easy, and this is good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Easy to do. And it won't take that long because it's so thin. And like I said, don't cook it on very low. Kind of medium to high. And then, you know, you have to always be watching the temperature. You don't want this to burn, but you don't want this to cook in low heat. I have it kind of like medium high, about a 7 probably. So mine doesn't have numbers, but I remember. And I like all that juice. See over there? I love all this juice. Has the garlic, the cumin, the pepper. You can use olive oil. I guess you could use butter, but butter Be careful that it won't burn. Mix it with a little bit of oil. I'm using vegetable oil this time. You can use vegetable oil. Okay, I'm gonna put in here my onions that I want them to start cooking. See how easy this is? Very easy. It's almost done. And this, I just like my onions not to be very soft. But when they start getting transparent, that's when I know it's done. You don't want them too soft unless you like them like that. But I like them when they're still a little firm. Like I said, you can do it with any, if you have pork chops, go ahead and do it with pork chops. If you have chicken. Hey, I have a friend, he's from Trinidad. He says the best breakfast is fish in the morning. Of course, it's an island, and I will assume next to the water. That sounds delicious. So, this is the steak and eggs for us today. Almost done. Only thing we're letting it brown a little bit is just the onions. They need to be a little bit cooked, a little bit more. Okay. For me, that's very good. If you like them softer, please do that. Just be careful because it just keeps on cooking until it cools off. So be careful that they won't be too soft, okay? So now in this skillet, I always like to add like a little bit of onion just to give that smell to the oil. It has to be a little piece. It doesn't have to be much. Just to give smell to the oil. If you want to, you can just do it like that. While this is getting hot, there we go. So I put, if you want 1 egg, how many eggs you have in the morning or lunch or dinner? We're gonna make 2 eggs. Okay. And I don't know, but this is a trick from back home, from my grandmother. She used to, lower it a little bit, it's getting too hot. Do this, spoon it like this. See, with the hot oil, it's got hot oil there, and she will kind of do this trick. I know many people have different tricks. I like the one that we flip the eggs and you poke a little bit. I love that one. Let's see if I can do that one. flip it. And you don't let it cook all the way, just a little bit. And you poke it. That's another way of doing it. Okay. And that is done in no time. Okay. And it looks hard, but it's not. It's, let me put this over here. It's hot. Excuse me. Okay. So it's soft inside, but it looks like if it's hard, but it's not. Once you poke it with your bread, you'll see the yolk is still running inside, but it's not all the way running. That's how I like my eggs. You can do them, you know, at your taste. So then we'll bring the steak. Steak is so delicious. And you put all of the onions. Let me sit this here for a moment. I'll let you see it. Grabbing the skillet. I can do it better like this. And see, you probably have a pork chop somewhere in that freezer or something. And now a little bit of that oil that we cooked it with, because it has all the garlic infused in there. Okay. Now we have two things here. This is already full of protein. Okay. Now let me bring you over here with me and show you another friend, another guy that you guys are gonna love. It's more protein. Okay, and that's an avocado. This is a Florida avocado. I love it. Okay, you can use whatever kind you have. I just happen to be at a place where they have these ones and I enjoy them. But has whatever kind. Okay. Okay, let me take this. I'm gonna just use half right now. We might use all. We'll see how much. That's a little black spot right there. You can remove it. You don't. They ripen quickly. So just remove it if it has a little black spot. Okay. Now I had over here some leftover pepper and cumin, remember? Okay. Now, can we see? Okay. Put this here. Okay. And while I do that, I'm gonna put my toaster with your favorite bread. Remember, make your toast with your favorite bread. I use rye bread because it happens to be my favorite bread. I enjoy rye bread with the seeds. It's just part of, like I always tell you, we are a product of our environment. I lived a long time in LA. I was blessed to work with this Jewish family. You really don't know how much influence the people that you are with have on you, your friends, close families, you know. But since I tried rye bread seeded with the seeds, oh my gosh, that's all I like to have. I mean, I have other breads, but regularly I will buy that. So that got a little, the dark is the cumin, and I'm gonna add some salt to taste. And I have over here a little bit of lemon. Careful with the seeds. Really, lemon to your taste. Can be as much as you want. Okay. Now we do it one more time, like this. Okay. Try it. That's delicious. A little bit of more salt. This avocado is kind of sweet. It's different than the other ones, but it's delicious. Let me see how this is going over here. The toast should be coming up soon. Okay, however you like your toast. I like it really golden. And the other spoon I was using, can you see there? We spread it. We spread it. And you can use a good portion of avocado. It won't hurt you. Now I'm gonna use some red hot sauce. Okay. Clean up over here. And I will present to you what we did together, which is in no time a very, very delicious dish that we made. Look. We made a beautiful, beautiful, let me fix this here. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? Look, people. That's what you and I made. I am very, very proud that you guys stayed because we learned together. And like I said, this is very versatile. You can do it with pork chop, you know, your favorite avocado, your favorite bread at any time of the day. However you like your eggs, you know, even poached eggs if you like them. So what I'm going to do, say hello to you all. How are you? I am excited that I could cook something not too late this time. I was cooking yesterday a little late. That was running errands, and now I have to go out. But I'm glad when I get the time to be with you, which I always make because you guys are special to me. So, but some days you know how it is. They're busier than others. Bring it up higher here. Look at this. Isn't this lovely? Just thought you're gonna have avocado, eggs, and meat. All that protein. You're good for the day. You're good for the whole day because I think with this much protein, I don't think you will get hungry soon. You might go with a salad or something later, but this is plenty. And if you have a busy day, whatever, if you just love this, you need to make it. Let me see who's here. Can't see without my glasses. Hello, Lynn. It's so good to see you. I miss you. Hello, Alicia. How are you? Hey, Jessica, my girl. Okay, so with you over here, I will be trying. Let me get a little bit of the steak, and I'm going to show it to you. Okay, so now remember, go dig in your freezer. I know you have something there. A poor, lonely pork chop somewhere there. A little bit of steak and onions. Take a bite of your favorite toast with avocado and hot sauce. You know what? If you're not even hungry, like in the morning, you can just do this. For me, this is kind of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I gotta get going. But this over here is so good in the morning or when you want, or lunch, something light but some substance. This is it. Your favorite toast with avocado on the top. So we tasted the steak. Hello, Beth. So good to see you. So we made this afternoon, I keep on saying morning, steak and eggs, your favorite toast. I use rye with the seeds and avocado on the top. So it's a dish full of protein, Beth. And now I'm going to taste the eggs. My favorite. Who doesn't like eggs? Let me see something. I want to show you something about those eggs. Remember I told you they look hard on top, but look at this, how beautiful. Look at, they still running. You can poke it there with your bread or eat it like so. I'm gonna put some onions and just eat. And see that oil that has the onion, garlic, and everything went in with the eggs. Delicious. Very easy. We did this in no time. So just another idea of what you can do with for your meal. This is a thin steak. Okay, whatever steak you have, just season it really good. You can go back in the video and see what I added. I added garlic, cumin, pepper, a little bit of annatto, but you don't have to use all. You can use your own spices, whatever you like. You can follow this. And I was teaching everybody, for the ones that just came, that this drink is part of like my comfort food. What it is hot milk. It's not coffee and milk. It's the full cup full of hot milk. Then you put like a teaspoon of instant coffee and sugar to taste. This was all the time what a part of the culture, what people in El Salvador would drink for breakfast. Remember, it's done in hot milk. It's not coffee and milk. It's milk and coffee. Okay, so it's hot milk. You put some instant coffee and sugar. That's it. So this is it. Thank you so much for staying with me. Go ahead and make your steak and eggs and throw an avocado toast and enjoy your day. This is perfect for this. You're gonna be full for the whole day with this because it's just proteins in here. The only little bit of some starch is the egg. That's your carbohydrate, but we need a little bit. So thank you so much. I love you guys. We'll see you in our next recipe. And remember that I love you and you're not alone. Take care.